For my 29th birthday, Ben, my boyfriend, took me to the Detroit Zoo. Sorry, I'm laughing at this clip. And we got to see a bunch of amphibians and reptiles, so I thought I would share. We're going to start off with Lake Titicaca frogs, because I had never seen them before, and that is everything. Next up, we have some axolotls. I loved looking at the axolotls as someone who keeps them. Also, their tank was wonderful. A lot of axolotls are kept underneath of super bright light, and this just was not the case. And they had plenty of hiding spaces. It was just delightful. We also saw a ton of frogs that I don't keep personally, but all their enclosures were live planted. All the frogs were super active and healthy. Like, it was so nice to see. I believe these are mantellas, but I don't keep them, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. And we also got to see salamanders. This is a Chinese giant salamander. We also got to see Japanese giant salamanders, which were so incredible. Like, look at them. It's my first time ever seeing either of the giant salamanders, and I was so thrilled. Look at those toes. I was literally overjoyed. And I had to have Ben grab some of the clips because I was too short to see inside the tank. They were all hiding, as salamanders do, but that's exactly how they want it, so that's how I want it. Like, look at them! Oh my god. Anyways, moving on. Again, more frogs. There were tons of tree frogs. At the end, I'll show you guys a white tree frog because I keep them and you guys love them. We got to see some tadpoles in various stages of growth, which was really cool to see that these frogs are happy and breeding. Also, I had to explain to Ben that this was not a baby on its mom's back, but that is amplexus. I'll let you Google that for yourself. And then after that, we got to see a lesser siren, and I've never seen one in person before, so it was super cool. It was really hard to get a footage of a lot of the aquatic ones because, like, obviously my phone's reflecting off the glass. We got to see a toad. I love toads. This was an eastern newt, I believe. Didn't get to see a whole lot of newts, but I love that. I would love to keep newts more personally, but you just don't see them that often. And then, white tree frog. For my 29th birthday, my boyfriend Benjamin brought me to the Detroit Zoo to look at reptiles and amphibians, and here are the reptiles. So this one we actually just saw in a body of water. It's a turtle. I had to share it. Also, I already shared the amphibians, so if you missed out on those, they're already posted. That's a Chinese alligator. It's one of the first enclosures you see when you walk into the reptile house. This is a rattlesnake. I don't remember what kind. I'm so sorry, snake people. Like, you're about to see my lack of knowledge when it comes to tortoises and snakes. And then after this, we saw the legless lizard, which is a species that I want to keep so bad, and they had 2 of them in this enclosure. This is also called the European glass lizard, or sheltopusik. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it properly. I apologize in advance. I grabbed a very quick clip of the snake. I don't know what it is, sorry. And then we got to see a caiman, and then we also got to see this giant South African river turtle, and he's going to come up for air here in a second, and he's so cute. Look at his wee hands. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess not wee, like giant hands, but look. Eep. Give me some air, please. And then we got to see Uromastyx. I have one, but she's a Jeri, not this species. This is the Egyptian Uromastyx, I believe. And I was real happy to see them because I don't get to see Uromastyx that often. I'm assuming this is a male-female pair, but yeah, super cool. And I don't know what kind of tortoise this is. I apologize. It's a beautiful little fella, but I don't really do tortoises. I'm so sorry, reptile people. Next up are the Vietnamese black-breasted leaf turtles, which I feel like I've met before because my friends have them, but I need them so bad in my life. Like, look at them. They are so cute and so funny. So if anybody out there ever has one for rehoming, hit your girl up. I believe this is a black tree monitor. I'm not super into monitor species, so I apologize if I'm wrong on that one, but it was cool to see him being so active. And then we got to see a water monitor, which was just really impressive. This was probably the biggest habitat in the entire reptile room and spanned like both sides of the room, and it was like a centerpiece. It was really gorgeous, but this dude was just vibes. He was just chilling. And then the very last one, I saved the best for last, is a monkey-tailed skink, also called the prehensile-tailed skink. The reason that I was so excited to see this species is because a lot of people have been keeping them in the community, and I've met them before. Like, I've seen this species at NARBC, and I was excited because it was active and awake, and I really wanted to show Ben how they use their prehensile tail, and I was able to get it on camera. So you guys will get to see that too. When I was in the amphibian house, there was a sign on the wall about where some of their amphibians came from, and I don't know if they got reptiles from the situation, but I know they did get amphibians from it. There had been thousands of animals confiscated from like a private owner, and some of those animals ended up at the Detroit Zoo. I just wanted to add that for people who see a lot of these animals in personal collections versus zoos.